no, what happened to your nails? You're not supposed to have gel nails for so long. Some of them are broken, and now I'm heartbroken because once I turned them around, I saw that these are her natural nails. So I will do everything that's in my power to keep them, and we'll use new gel polish collection Crush on Color by Modelones. But first we need to remove the old product, and it's so thin, so it is going to be quick. Hey guys, I'm Anastasia, international nail expert and educator. Let's unpack Crush on Color Gel Polish Kit by Modelones. It includes magnets, so I assume we will have some cat eye colors, and also we have 28 colors of gel polishes. It also includes base coat, top coat, matte top coat, and laser top coat, which I'm not sure what it is, but we're about to try it. This collection includes different kinds of colors. We have a couple nude, semi-transparent milky color, and many pretty glitter colors that are also semi-transparent. So I have an idea of a cool summer nail art that we can do with them. Ooh, this dark one looks so cool. Whenever I have a new collection that includes more than 6 colors, I'm always having a trouble to pick ones. This semi-transparent pink is also something I was looking for. There are a few cute chameleon colors that look completely different depending on the angle you're looking from, and this dark blue can be perfect regular blue as well as cat eye. Here comes another green magnetic color, and we also have light silver. Let's check out that laser top coat, which turned out to be a glossy top coat with silver glitter. This is how the entire swatch of this collection looks like, so don't expect us to pick just 1 or 2 colors because that's literally impossible. We're definitely going to pick at least half of them. Now let's get back to the prep. We need to push back the cuticles with orange wood stick and do some filing and shaping, and I have to admit, I haven't seen for a while such perfect natural nails. I mean, they're so strong and the shape is so perfect. So I just had to lightly reshape them to make sure they have a matching length on both hands, and then I proceed with dry manicure. Unfortunately, we have 2 broken nails, so I'm going to do extensions with builder gel, and I'm going to make them almost seamless. And after we apply the color, I think no one will be able to tell that those are not her real nails. Since we are doing extensions only on 2 nails, not on the entire hand, I prefer to handle them first. So I applied non-acid primer, then I applied base coat and cure it for 30 seconds in LED. And after fitting the form, I'm using this natural builder gel and build the free edge. So I'm trying to imitate the exact shape that she has on her natural nails. The reason her nails got broken is overlay that she had was extremely thin. There was no structure, just a super thin layer of base coat and color, which is normally not enough for this length, even for such perfect natural nails. Another reason is that she had the gel manicure for too long. Having gel manicure for more than 1 month is way worse compared to have your natural nails extremely long, because if you have just your nails, there's nothing on them. But when you have product and it's mostly on the free edge, this is where we have this extreme pressure on the nails and they're most likely to break. After freeze curing for 20 seconds, I pinch the nail, cure for another 40 seconds, and we can remove the form, take off the sticky layer, file, and shape the nail. And already at this point, like I promised, almost no one will be able to tell that this is not her nail. Let's proceed with gel overlay, and I will show you how to do it so with any length it is going to last. After we did dry manicure and remove the surface shine, we need to apply dehydrator and let dry. Also make sure that nails are clean from the other side when you have a length like this. Then we are going to apply non-acid primer, and I prefer to apply it like this on 2/3 of the nail, because normally we don't need this extra adhesion close to the cuticle, but if you wish you can apply it all the way. Then I'm going to use base coat, which is also included in this kit, and first coat should be very thin. This is very important. Do not try to build the structure from the very first coat, because the goal of this part is to create adhesion. So I apply a thin coat on each nail and then cure it for 30 seconds in LED. When applying base coat on long nails, it's so easy to get carried away and miss the spot. So make sure you cover the sidewalls, the free edge and the cuticle area, but at the same time you are not touching the skin. Step 1, adhesion is finished. Now let's proceed to the next one. Then I apply second coat. First I do the wet floor, which is the exact same thing as the first coat, but this time I'm not going to cure it. I apply it and then I take a little bit more product from the bottle and apply it like this, from the cuticle towards the center. If you're working fast, you can just apply it like this and immediately cure. But if you need a little bit more time, if you want to make sure that you didn't flood the sidewalls and it's taking more time, then after a while you may notice that the base coat is getting closer to the sidewalls and the surface is not as good. In this case, you can use the gravity to help you. So once you're sure that you covered the entire nail, turn the client's hand around like this and hold it for a few seconds and then immediately cure. Now we have this beautiful structure and we don't need to worry about these nails breaking anymore. Let's use this beautiful milky color as the background. I like that it's not too intense, it's still semi-transparent so we can see the nail a little bit, but it gives this whitish milky look. We really enjoyed all these glitter colors that were included in the kit, so we are going to use them afterwards, and this milky one will be a perfect background. One coat will be enough to cover some imperfections and to get the color that we need. Then we cure it in LED for 1 minute and we decided to use multiple colors and create something like rainbow. These are the shades that we selected and I think they're going to perfectly match with each other. So I'm going to use 2 colors on each nail and create an ombre. And this is so easy when you're working with glitter colors, and now I will show you. So first I applied yellow and then I applied green on the right side, and I'm going to blend them together using the brush from the bottle. Before blending, make sure that the brush is clean. You don't have too much color on it. You can do this by simply cleaning the brush with a dry tissue. So the last color that we used on the right side was green, right? So this is the next color we're going to use. So I would like to create this ombre like it's going from the left side to the right. And here we will do green and blue. When blending transparent colors like this, make sure that you can see both of them on which side, because sometimes one color can cover the other, and our goal is to see a little bit of both on 2 sides. Then we will do blue and pink. If you accidentally apply too far away from the cuticle, you can always use a detailer brush. And during blending, some flooding of the cuticles happens too. So make sure you clean it before you cure. After I finished every single nail and before curing them in the lamp, my client looked at them and said the exact same thing each time. Wow! I totally agree with that. These colors look so pretty on her. This pink color is a bit more intense compared to the other ones. So in this case, you need to do a little bit more blending, so this color fade will be more seamless. But it's still possible to do a nice color fade even if one color has more depth into it, just like with this pink. First of all, make sure that you apply a thin coat and that you apply it only on the half of the nail. Now the second half is going to be blue. Before blending them together, clean the brush so it's almost dry. It should be free of any of both colors. In this case, it will be much easier to blend them. Now let's cure, and at first we thought that this is the final design, but then I looked at them and said, hey, these colors are so pretty, so shiny, we need to add a little bit more color. So let's do the second coat. And you need to do it the exact same way, but it is going to be a bit easier and faster since we already have a background. Basically, we're just adding a little bit more brightness to them. It was definitely the right decision because now they look so much better, so much shinier, and we cannot wait to see them outside. light on the sun. And I think that's enough. We definitely don't need more nail art here. They already look so pretty. All we need is to seal it with a glossy top coat. You're probably wondering, what happened to the other hand? Well, something did happen because we decided to do a different design, but we are going to use the same milky background for it. Honestly, I already like how her nails look like, and she was so excited to get some nail art. So after curing the background coat with milky color, I applied silver cat eye. First, we need to magnetize it with regular magnets from both sides, so we get all the particles to the center. And then I'm going to use this small magnet, which is actually a caviar pickup tool, but it has magnet inside, so it can work as magnetic pen. And I'm going to outline these particles all the way that they're going to mimic the shape. So all these magnetic particles are going to line up along the sidewalls, along the free edge and near the cuticle, and look like a moonstone. I hope that my explanation makes sense to you guys, because even if it doesn't, you will see it in a moment. So when magnetizing, make sure that these particles are right in the center, and then we basically do this outline. I had these weird memory flashbacks to my childhood when my grandma used to have a moonstone and it was oval shaped stone. So this is exactly what we're trying to recreate here. Once you have these particles lined up in the exact way that you like them, you need to cure it immediately, or at least flash cure, because eventually they're going to move and you might have not the exact same pattern like you wanted to. This process is taking a while because the magnet is rather small and you need to bring it pretty close to the nail so it's going to work, but it creates this exact line across the nail, and I think it looks so pretty. So whenever my client was curing this hand, she said the exact same thing after each nail. Wow! I have to admit, this is one of the best feelings in the world. Besides other benefits that you have from your job, you see a regular person coming to you and then they're literally happy because now they love how their nails look like. And these are final looks. Let me know, which design do you prefer the most, the colorful one or the moonstone one? You can find the links to the kit that we used to create these designs in the description box as usual. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!